Hello, my dear students. Let us now take down another activity, which is activity number 3 for you guys, on applying design thinking process for on your own startup idea. Now, if you have not gone through the previous lecture where I have explained what is the design thinking process and what are different steps involved in it, and what is it you need to do in each of these steps, I request you to please go through that session first and then come back to this activity session. So we have understood that why it is important for your startup, because I want you guys to overcome the very biggest challenge or the risk of startup failure, which is building something which nobody wants. We understood that the top reason for startup failure is building something nobody wants, which means the founders are building a product or service which no people need in the market. With this technique, what you will do is you will end up with something which people need, and that's where you will overcome this challenge. And we have understood that there is a 5-step process. First is empathize, second is define, third is ideate, fourth prototype, and fifth is test. If you have not understood each of these steps, I request you to again go back to the previous session. If you have any doubt in what you need to do in each of these steps, please go to that and then come back to this session. So you need to perform these 5 steps on your own startup idea, starting from step number 1. So what are the tasks assigned to you? Starting from the first task for you is, in whatever idea you have chosen, you will have the set of people. So what you will do is you will identify the category of key people around your startup idea, which means, let's say you are working in educational technology sector, edtech sector. Your idea is improving the school education, for example. So for you, who are the key people? The school teachers, the principal of the school, the governing body of the school, trustee members, the school children's, and the parents. So try to understand who all are the key category of people, not a specific individual, category of people. The school teachers, principals, parents, trustee members, and then students. And then, so this is first step you need to do. Identify this key category of people around your startup idea. Deeply think about your prospective customers. Now, out of this 5, who do you think is your customer? Think about them. Who are they? Where are they from? Where will you find these people? And try to map people around you in this category. Identify them. Define the strategy to closely interact with your key people, specifically your customers, and what kind of questions you will ask to understand their pain points. List down all the key insights that you are looking for from the interaction. Now see what you are doing. You are actually trying to follow step number 1, which is empathize. Before doing that, you need to do some homework. What is the homework? Firstly, once you have identified the key people, category of people, now you see who are your customers out of this 5, and then depending on the customers, you try to do more insight work. That if you want to interact with all these 5 category of people, what is that you are looking for from these 5 people? What kind of interaction you will plan? What kind of questions you will ask? So before going for an interaction, you need to plan all those things well before in advance. Strategize your interaction, and then you will move out for the interactions, right? Start interacting with key people, and here I want you to interact not less than 100 people, 100 customers. Make sure you meet 100 different customers. Also, key part is there should not be any of a relative, friends, or known persons. See, many times when you are interacting with relative friends, what will happen is they will always say good things about the idea and good things about themselves. They don't want you to get hurt. I want you to interact with 100, more than 100 people, but they should be unknown, anonymous to you, right? Identify where you will find them. So you can randomly go to one of this school, let's say for this idea of education. You can go to principal and then ask them, okay, I want to interact with 5 children. Can you assign me? And then you talk to 5 children. Or you can identify 5 kids around your society, maybe besides you, but they may not be knowing you, right? Then what you will do, so once you have completed all these interactions, you will sit down together, you will follow step number 2, which is define. In define, what you will do, you will analyze all the data that you have received and summarize your research and define one key pain point of your customer that you have observed. After all this interaction with the customer, you will definitely come down to one key pain point that is coming out very common from most of them, and you will highlight that in the define phase. Now what you will do, sit down and brainstorm for all possible crazy creative solutions to the identified problem or the pain point. Okay, list down all these solutions that you come up to you. Then what you will do, select that solution. Now take one by one solution and try to evaluate the solution based on feasibility and easy for implementation. So one by one you select, one by one you evaluate the solution that you have listed down, and select the one which is the utmost feasible and take feedback from your customers, and then start building your first proof of concept of minimum viable product or first prototype, right? So I think this is what you need to do. So in this task, you have to complete step number 1, 2, 3, and to some extent 4. Okay. So I hope you will perform this activity and do this with utmost sincerity. I wish you all the best in your startup journey. Thank you so much.